Good morning. What I'm going to do here is try to teach you a few little pointers and hand lettering. It's kind of cold this morning, so if you see my knees knocking, that's the reason. On this sign here, I came in and pounced the pattern, paper pattern, dropped the pattern down about a half inch and moved it over about a half inch. I felt like it'd be easier in this particular sense to go ahead and do the drop shadow because I was using a dark color to letter over. My dark color will cover this shade pretty well. I'm pretty sure you probably can't see this in video, but there's a real light charcoal line. The drop shadow had a blue drop pounce line, and when I come in with this, it kind of cuts out some of my dark, so I kind of have to guess where that line should be. I'm using two brushes this morning to do these little areas and some of the corners, smaller and more narrow points, and a wider brush to brush in the background to get a good coverage. This is kind of a blue-green, more green than blue. I'm using some thinner that it's a medium that kind of spreads the paint out real smooth, and actually, unless you look at it at an angle, you can't really tell that it is an even vinyl. And it might even fool some people. Probably inside the shop right now, the temperature is probably around 72 degrees. It's pretty comfortable temperature for hand lettering. It isn't too cold, it's not too hot. Temperature plays a lot with your color and your lettering, and the color meaning the paint. I'm no expert at doing training films, but I'm going to do the best that I can. The background is a special mixed color that I had to do myself. I couldn't find anything in the color books in the Sherwin-Williams or paint stores that would match it. And I'm a little more comfortable using sign paint on what I do anyhow because of the fact that I've got to stand behind it. And I know what the paint will do and whether it appeal or not, or how well it's going to stand up, because I've used it for so many years. Only in certain occasions would I use something the customer brought forward. If I can, I'll take that color and mix it with cyan paint to match that and just put their paint aside, as long as I can get the color match pretty close. There are a lot of things that I'm probably going to leave out. I'll try my best to try to think like you would if you were maybe don't have the experience practice that I have. There's some things I forgot to do without thinking about. So this is kind of a trial and error type video, and I'll have to get used to trying to do that, plus trying to show you how it's done, whether you want to do it or not, whether you want to learn sign painting or not. It's interesting to know how it's done. Thank you.